This is episode 49 of the Rise Up podcast. We're a morning radio show hosted by Steve, Terese, and Tim on Family Life, a network of stations across New York and Pennsylvania. Our podcast is a weekly conversation that will help you think and grow in your faith. If you haven't already, subscribe today so you don't miss a single episode, and find out more about our show at familylife.org.
Don't hit the snooze button. Come join us. It's Rise Up with Steve, Terese, and Tim on Family Life.
It will happen in 2023.
Maybe.
Yeah. That's what we're talking about today on the Rise Up podcast, our predictions. We each have a few on what will happen in 2023. Shall I start since...
Yeah.
You shall.
And I'll start with the first thing that came to my mind. You know, I'm a sports fan, so I'll just go with sports. I couldn't decide whether I should have this guy, the GOAT, Tom Brady, doing one of two things, either going back to play with his original team, the New England Patriots, for a final year, or retiring. But I'm going to say Tom Brady is going to finally retire. So
okay. I can even tell that's news, even me with my lack of knowledge in that area.
Tom Brady. So he's that's my prediction. In 2023, at the end of this season, he will retire.
At least for the year.
Well, there you go. That's
maybe for
thing.
Forever. We'll see.
Yeah, okay.
And in other news, there's a lovely home in Tampa that's about to go on the market.
Yeah, right.
But okay, I have a sports prediction for 2023 in the NCAA College Final Four tournament. You will see Gonzaga!
She loves to say Gonzaga.
I predict that Gonzaga will make it to the Final Four.
Which, I mean, every year Terese says that, but they've had really good teams, and sometimes they've never gotten quite to the top. But that's a good prediction.
See.
I like that.
We'll see.
I like that.
Tim, do you have a sports prediction?
Nope. Nope.
Wow, there's a shocker.
Yep. Yeah, it might be. No, I do. But this may be shocking when you think about. I think there's a button. There's a particular button, very tiny button, hard plastic, round, tiny button in your car that you might just press for the last time.
Really? What?
Yeah, your car clock, setting the clock, changing the clock, the hour on the clock. Because, of course, you don't have to set that clocks back in your house anymore when the daylight time changes and all that. But if they really do deliver on this and we go to daylight saving time as always time,
that's right.
You're never going to have to touch that weird little button in your car again.
Huh.
So your prediction is that we will end daylight. Well, we won't ever end daylight saving time.
Yeah, well,
that will become the permanent time.
That's what they're saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what they're saying. So, but it's I just like to personalize my relationship with that tiny button that it's always been there for me, and it'll continue to be there for me. Should I ever, maybe perhaps move to another country with a different time zone or something.
For some people who are thinking, hey, they've already done that. They've made that decision. No, they haven't. They haven't made the final decision yet on keeping it the same.
That's
but they're
right.
certainly talking about it seriously.
Yeah.
So, all right, there's our one round. We have a couple of rounds to go. I found this out. We used to have dogs, but we don't anymore. But when we go visit friends that have dogs, there's one dog in particular that always, I don't know if your dogs do this, you guys, but they start biting at my shoelace. They love shoelaces.
Oh.
They just love the shoelaces. And I thought, there's got to be someone out there, an entrepreneurial spirit that will come out with dog owners edible shoelaces.
That's your prediction.
Yeah, it's my prediction. Somebody's going to come out because you always see a problem, and I'm always looking for a solution to a problem.
Who is this a solution for?
Well, I mean, the shoes that become loafers all of a sudden because they're made in such a way. If you have a dog that chews that, and it's because it's not healthy if the dog gets that.
This is what you come up with.
Well, I mean, I think edible shoelaces for dog. I mean, the dogs that eat it, and it would be healthy for them.
Right.
And then you just go out and get another. I don't know. I'm still working on the idea.
I've always wished I could spontaneously come home with loafers when I wore sneakers out. That's always been.
You laugh now, but how many predictions out there, inventions that you said, oh, that's not going to happen. Well,
And
not that
then
you've
it's
ever
it.
thought of this. But anyway, that's my prediction.
Wow.
Somewhere out there, there's going to be
Wow.
edible shoelaces that's safe for your dog.
That's
Okay.
something.
All right. Well, I have a kind of an invention, I guess. I think in 2023, and maybe it's a post-pandemic awakening that we'll have, people are going to wise up about social media. They'll realize that it's not actually a good way to connect with people on a deeper level. We will have more face-to-face conversations, but those conversations will be arranged via an app that connects people for a face-to-face meeting.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so there will be an app that allows you to connect with other people for genuine conversation.
I love
that is my technology invention prediction.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love
All right.
the irony of that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes. I guess mine is kind of techie and kind of irony laden as well, that I think we'll see on the shelves, the bookshelves in the store for the first time, a bestseller written by an AI, by an artificial intelligence.
Oh, yes.
I
Wow.
predict, because we're seeing just these crazy leaps and bounds advances in how much these software programs can really synthesize thought in a way that is kind of spooky for some of us. I'm thinking we're getting a book, we're getting a bestseller, and it's coming from an artificial intelligence. That's one of my predictions.
Can there be a caveat on that the audiobook will also be voiced by artificial intelligence?
I like that. I like that a lot. Now that's really good. Yeah,
you're
better,
thinking-
even better than Morgan Freeman. The one time that somebody would be a better voice than Morgan Freeman.
So you're saying
would be
that's
there.
coming in 2023.
That's
your
my
prediction.
guess. That's my
23.
prediction.
By the way, as we head into the final round of predictions here, we are going to look back on this at the end of next year, 2022, to see how we did.
See if
all
those
these.
edible shoelaces actually happened.
Hey! You laugh now. You laugh now.
I do laugh now.
In different flavors too. In different flavors.
Will they be
for the
like
dogs.
dog flavors, like chicken and liver and?
Right. That's a good question.
Well, of course. I mean, who wouldn't love a good pair of liver shoelaces? Okay, now you laugh at that. Now I also laughed when I was a wee toddler, and then watched the Jetsons, and they had all kinds of flying animal, or if not flying animals, I'm on the animals thing, flying cars, but you now you hear stories about flying cars.
You do.
That's in the future.
Right.
Here's my thing: it's not flying, but it is a vehicle, and I think it would work out well. You have heard of the iRobot vacuum cleaner.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
That's a real thing. It's been around for a while. And now over the last several years, you had the like the iRobot, the lawnmower that you can just put out there and mow your lawn.
Yeah.
What is wrong with the idea of the iRobot somewhat snow shoveler? What is wrong with that
It'd be like
idea?
a little butane torch that
I
would
don't know
pop
how
out
it
from
all
underneath
works.
and melt
I'm
the
not the mechanic,
snow.
but you laugh. But how about a
I'm
snow
not laughing.
shoveler?
I think it's a great
I think
idea.
snow shoveler that just operates without you having to
Sure.
go out in the snow to do it.
Oh, that's
Right.
cool.
I don't know.
That's really
I
cool.
like that.
I don't know.
I like
20. That's
that.
maybe too soon, but maybe I should do this
No,
for
you're onto
2027.
something.
But anyway, that's what
This
I
is
think.
going to be, I feel like this is, some inventor is going to hear this podcast and make like $700 million.
Yeah,
know.
we've already got the intellectual property rights here, so
Right.
The thing
we'll be
is-
talking to you.
The
We'll
thing
be
is-
talking to
The
you.
thing is, they'll be making the snow shovel iRobot while he's in there lacing up his
Yeah, see,
liver
that
shoelaces.
part probably won't happen.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway,
You
all right.
know, I love when I hear stories in the news where archaeologists have discovered stuff about the Bible. That's like one of my favorite things, because it's like, oh, look what we found. And you're like, yeah, I know. That's like in the book of, Revelation, or whatever. So it's always fascinating to me. Now, they have found a location where they believe Noah's Ark rested, and it's like kind of this mountainous area. I am going to predict that in 2023 they will find physical evidence of the actual ark. So that's me going out on a limb.
I like a limb, like
On
a
an
limb.
olive branch limb. But I'm saying physical evidence, something that they will say this is from the ark. I don't know how you test for gopher wood, but there's got to be a way,
Oh,
a whole
wow.
cubit of it.
Yes.
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 And you don't just say that because there's another Indiana Jones movie coming out. It's like real, not fiction.
Right.
Oh, I'm going to say, okay, my last one, I expect this time next year, I'll say, that's not what I expected. So I don't know if that's a paradox to expect something you don't expect, But I mean, just hear me out for this. Even the things that are the most certain in life, not like the stock market, not like your health, the things maybe you really think you can bank on, plan on, your holidays, your plans, your traditions, whatever they are that you can envision before you get there. I mean, how often when we get there, really, it's not what we thought it was going to be. We made our plans, we had our thoughts, and that's well and good as far as it goes. But once we get there, the reality of the present always belongs to God. We can do all we can to prepare for a hard time. We can prepare for a time we're going to celebrate. But maybe that celebration isn't going to include everything or everyone we thought it would. Maybe a trial isn't going to be the dark time of distance from God we would have expected. Maybe we'll see him and his closeness in a way we never could have guessed if somebody had told us what was coming ahead of time. So I'm trying to brace myself by, I guess you could just say, expecting the unexpected as we go into 2023, because we know that that's coming for each of us. We can know that we don't know what's coming. We can hold on to always this year and every year what we do know, and that is that God is in control and that he's going to be good and he's going to be with us in whatever comes.
Yeah, no matter what happens in 2023, things will change, but God will never change. He'll be the same yesterday, today, and in 2023.
Reminding you that God is in charge today and every day. It's Rise Up with Steve, Terese, and Tim on Family Life.
All month, we've been counting down the most popular recipes from our chef, Nick Finlayson. Nick's picks you can fix, and at number 1, his sausage tortellini soup.
Oh, Chef Nick with his pick du jour. I'm really fixed on calling it this particular one a du jour. Yes.
Yeah, you got the French down. Did you take French?
You know, for a very short amount of time.
Un peu de.
Like that, just like that. Okay. Only about that much.
Oh, there's a lot more than un peu de of sausage and tortellini in this soup.
Yeah, this is a hearty soup, and I do not like soup. I don't like soup.
Okay.
But if I'm going to have soup,
right,
I want to have soup. And I want to be able to chew it. True. I mean, because, drinking soup, that's not soup. So this is, sausage and tortellini soup. So there's a lot of sausage. There's a lot of tortellini. And there's a whole bunch of other good stuff. There's some spinach in there, some carrots, some celery, some onions, some chicken stock and milk, and you kind of make this nice creamy soup.
Yeah, instead of, I'm with you on the soup. Instead of having soup as an appetizer, let's have soup as a meal.
Right.
Yeah. That's what's in here.
Which is funny because I consider chili a meal, but not really a soup.
Okay.
This is a kind of like a restaurant quality. I'm thinking of this like, I'll just say it this way. When I eat the soup, I feel like I'm family.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the idea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Really rich and hearty and delicious. And you can make it too. I can make it too.
Yeah,
FamilyLife.org under the radio tab. Go down to Nick's Picks and find out how to make this hearty soup du jour today. It's sausage and tortellini soup. You got to make it today, though, because if you make it tomorrow, it won't be du jour anymore.
Thanks today, tomorrow, and always, Nick. Thank you.
Thanks for making us part of your morning routine. It's Rise Up with Steve, Terese, and Tim on Family Life.
Got a minute? There's a post from psychologist Naomi Holt that is going viral on Facebook. Here's what she says. A gentle reminder about why you are utterly exhausted. No one I know began this year on a full tank. Given the vicious onslaught of the previous 2 years, let's just call it what it was, most of us dragged ourselves across the finish line of 2021, frazzled, spent, running on aged adrenaline fumes. We crawled into 2022 still carrying shock, trauma, grief, heaviness, disbelief, the memories of a surreal existence. And then it began, the fastest hurricane year we could have ever imagined. Whether we've consciously processed it or not, this has been a year of more pressure, more stress, and a race to catch up in all departments. Every single one. Work, school, sports, relationships, life. Though not intentionally aware, perhaps hopeful that the busier we are, the more readily we'll forget, the more easily we'll undo the emotional tangle, the more permanently we'll wipe away the scarring wounds. We can't. And attempts to recreate some semblance of normal on steroids while disregarding that for almost 2 years our sympathetic nervous systems were on full alert has left our collective mental health in tatters. Our children and teens are not exempt. The natural byproduct of fighting a hurricane is complete and utter exhaustion. So before you begin questioning the absolutely depleted and wrung dry state you're in, pause, breathe, remind yourself of who you are and what you have endured, and then remind yourself of what you've overcome. Instead of racing to the finish line of this year, tread gently, go slowly. Amidst the chaos, find small pockets of silence, find compassion, allow the healing, and most of all, be kind. There is no human being on earth who couldn't use just a little bit more of the healing salve of kindness.
Today is going to be great. We just know it. This is Rise Up with Steve, Terese, and Tim on Family Life.
So I know it doesn't matter. You don't need to tell me that. I know this doesn't really matter, but in the best memes of 2022 listings that I found online, it doesn't matter, Tim. It's okay. This was missing. They forgot clearly the very best meme of all of 2022.
Okay.
And in meme terms, I've never seen a more disappointing thing because they entirely forgot to include...
What do you like about corn?
There was no juice. There was no big lump with knobs.
Corn Kid. Okay, but wait, he wasn't really a meme, though, is the thing. He was like a viral video.
It's true. Okay, and I'm wondering if that's the problem, if it was a technical disqualification. But see, the thing is, he was meme-ified at some point.
Right.
He became part of what they put in the pictures, and everybody, I mean, just.
But maybe he like stratospherically got beyond the meme. He was like beyond meme.
Oh, so this is actually a compliment.
Like he's bigger than memes can be. Like memes are just like cats flying through space with bacon rainbow.
Okay.
But this is like bigger than that.
You're
this
right.
is corn.
This is way bigger than that. This is
right.
This is when you try it with butter, boy, everything changes.
Yeah, I mean,
corn.
Big lumps with knobs are in a category all by themselves.
Oh, they are. Corn Kid, we can't imagine a more wholesome meme than you for 2022.
You got the juice.
Come closer to the radio so we can see you. Wow, you look great today. This is Rise Up on Family Life.
Looking back at the past year, and maybe you've had some time to think a bit about the past 12 months or so. If you had to sum up this year in one sound.
Oh, okay.
What would it be?
I'm thinking maybe a huh? Or a
Hi, it's Debbie from Maryland.
Oh. All right, Debbie, what sound sums up 2022?
Oof.
Oh, oof. Yeah.
Now, why would you say oof?
Oh, I'm just glad the year's over. Me and my sweetheart are getting married in 2023.
Oh, congratulations.
Exciting.
So we are very hopeful for the new year.
We're both
from Appalachian, New York. Oh, yeah, we're both from Appalachian, New York.
And then you transplanted and you listen to Family Life online. Love that.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
This is Pat from Ithaca. My first reaction was a heavy sigh, but my husband from the other room went,
May the blessings of the Lord be with you in all that you do today. This is Rise Up on Family Life.